So cushion, chair or bench of some sorts, or your stairs or your sofa to put your feet on, stack of books or some water bottles if you want to increase the weight. Okay, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Yes, right. Okay, let's get started then with some mobility. As always, wake up the body, mobilize the spine, come onto your mat. You're going to flex and extend your spine. You tuck in, flex, and then extend, shoulders down. Deep breath in as you flex, sit, and then exhale to extend. Really fill the space between the shoulder blades, have a nice big stretch out, those mid-back muscles get a stretch. And as you sink your chest towards the ground, you pull the shoulders down, lift your head a little bit, but make sure those shoulders aren't coming up and you're just getting a little bit of neck tension there. So you want to think of elongation through those muscles. Okay, you've got one more. I want you to flex, extend, and then come to your neutral spine. From here, we're going to do something that I haven't done with you before, Trinny, but it's really easy. You're going to lift your left leg and go in little circles with that leg. So you're staying in that 4-point kneeling position, but you're lifting the leg out to the side, keeping the leg bent and just circling it around. So you're activating the muscles around the hip, but you're also mobilizing the hip. So little circles, and then reverse the circle on that side. And you should start to feel a little bit of activation through that glute medius. Core is switching on a little bit. And
We're doing butt today, aren't we?
We're doing lower body today. Last one, place that knee back down. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So you lift the leg, circle it around.
It's like a dog peeing.
Exactly. I'm glad you said it, Trinny, because that's what I think of.
Like the dog peeing on the side, the male dog.
Yeah. Like a dog peeing up against a tree, this one. And then reverse the circle. But you're doing it so you do feel that muscle activation. You even feel the core switch on a little bit. You've got 3, 2, 1. Place that knee back down. You're going to come into bird dog now, or reciprocal reach. Spine is neutral, hips are tucked a little bit. You're going to reach your left leg back, your right arm forwards. Hips stay tucked in, and you're keeping those hips turned down towards the ground. Squeeze your butt as much as you can on that left side. If that left leg is the one extended, hold it for 3, 2, 1. Place the hand down, place the knee down, and let's switch and do the same on the other side. Really engaging that right glute now. That left arm lifts, hips are tucked in. 3, 2, 1. Place the hands and the knee back down. And you're going to lie on your back now. We're going to come into a couple of basic glute bridges, just to continue warming up. So you're lying on your back, heels are down on the ground, and they want to be a fist distance apart, so about 10 to 15 centimeters apart. Shoulders are down, you tuck your hips in, peel your spine off the mat, engage the backs of those legs, squeeze the glutes, and then you roll back down. Only come up halfway. If you feel like lifting all the way up, you lose a bit of muscle connection that's going into your back. So you can make it a smaller movement and just focus on squeezing the backs of the legs, squeezing your bum as much as you can to get that muscle activation. That's right. I actually like to do that sort of tactile view where you
how much flabbiness is there?
You don't have any flabbiness, but if you push hard enough, you will feel that those muscles, in comparison to when they're switched off, they should really tighten up. Because they're contracting, they're getting tighter, they're being compacted, so they feel more solid. You've got another 3 here. Exhale to lift up. Another 2. 1 more lift and hold. Little pulses up. You're going to go for little pulses. Just both of the feet are down for this. Really get that mind-muscle connection going on. Think about using the backs of your legs and your glutes, and you will fire them up more. You've got 5. You've got 3, 2, last 1. Roll down. Give the knees a quick hug. Rock from side to side. And while we're here, let's just Stretch out the chest a little bit. Come into that cactus position with your arms, so your arms are at 90 degrees. Cross your right leg all the way over your left leg. Lower your legs to the left and look to your right.
So Natalie, what are the most important things that we can think about with what we put in our body?
Okay, so the most that you want to always go back to basics, and you know, macronutrients has been a bit of a buzzword, which a lot of people don't like, but macronutrients are your fats, your protein, and your carbohydrates. So you need to think about the balance there, and then you think about micronutrients, which are all of your vitamins and your minerals. Lift, and then let's switch to the same on the other side. Sorry?
In terms of supplements or what you get from food?
Or what you get from food. Supplements are a fantastic boost. I do like to use supplements because I like to get my body performing the best it can, and why not? If you have access to it, why wouldn't you want to do that? So I do like to use supplements, but also eating a varied diet is #1 important thing to do. Lie your back and give your knees a hug, rock from side to side. And then you're going to lie on your, you're going to come up onto your feet. And we're going to just get started in a little warm up for the whole body where you lift those arms and then lift one leg. So it's if you're marching, you lift, get the shoulders working, get the abs working a little bit. And we're going to do this for 45 seconds. Inhale, you reach, exhale, bring those arms down. Good, feel the stomach engage. So supplements-wise, I actually brought my motion bottles into the room so I could talk about the ingredients and why I love them. And can I just say, Motion do not pay me. I just really love their products. Like, I really love their ingredients. You'll hear some another 20 seconds. So did you take your power up this morning, Trinny?
Yeah, I took 2, and I took 2 Siberian ginseng actually.
Oh, amazing. Okay. So ginseng is great for energy and actually helps to improve your cardiovascular system as well. You've got another 3, 2, 1, and stop. Let's get into the first exercise. Come back to your mat, or you can stay on the ground. Now you're going to come into a curtsy lunge. Oh, sorry, I meant to say, if you want, you can hold your books or your weights or your bottles for this to make it more difficult, but body weight is also highly effective. So you're going to curtsy just on one side. I want you to bring your right foot behind your left, then step out into a squat. So you go from a curtsy to a squat, just working the one side for now. If the weights are too much and your back is feeling like it's fatiguing too quickly, just put the weights down and continue with body weight. You're going to do this for 45 seconds, and then there's some little pulses. With a curtsy, make sure you step behind, and so you're stepping across the body behind and sinking down. The weight is through that front heel. You always want the weight through the front heel. Doesn't matter if your knees over your toes a little bit, but the weight is through your heel to get the muscles through the back of the leg working. Really important to protect the knees.
And it's one movement in a way.
Sorry?
Is it one movement in a way? So I'm just not stopping in between. I'm not doing that and then that.
Exactly. It's one movement. It's kind of like a flow. So you squat, curtsy, squat, curtsy. Another 2. Gonna hold this curtsy now, Trinny. Hold the curtsy. You've got 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step out. Shake off the legs for a second if you need to. And then you come into the curtsy on the other side. Are you ready? So you're going to step behind your right leg now, and then come forward, squat, curtsy, squat. Continue with the weights if you have them. If you need to put them down, well, you want to keep it balanced. So if you held the weights on the other side, you're going to have to hold them on this side, I'm afraid.
How important is it that I don't lean forward?
It's pretty important. If you start to rock forward, you're going to put a lot of pressure on your knees. You're basically pushing weight behind your kneecap, and it's really uncomfortable, and that's when you can get injuries. If you're sitting back in your squat, you're going to feel that your glutes are working more, even your inner thighs work a little bit, and of course your quadriceps are really working too. Last one, you're going to hold that curtsy, 10 pulses up and down. Bring that leg behind. That's it, 10 pulses. 9, 8, feel the weight through that front heel. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step. You're going to come out of that. You're going to go straight into a squat and press. So you're holding the books in front of your chest. So a little bit of full body just to raise the heart rate a little bit. You're only doing a few repetitions here. That's it. Inhale, lower. Exhale, drive up with those books. Really squeezing the backs of those legs. Perfect. Nice big lift. Going for 5, 4. Good. 3. Big lift. Perfect. Switching that core on as well. Switching the backs of the legs on. And last one.
Oh.
Okay, nice. So you're going to put those books down for a second, Trinny, and I want you to come to your mat. You're going to have either you're going to have your right leg on the mat, lengthened, and your left leg behind your right leg with the foot on the ground. From here, you can either come onto your forearm or your hand to lift your right leg up towards your left hand.
Okay, so sorry, if I'm lying on my right hand side, on my
Yes.
left hand side, my right knee is up, yeah?
Your left knee is up. Maybe if I come forwards a little bit. No, that's
If I'm lying on my left hand side?
You're lying on the right hand side.
No, I'm lying on my left hand
Your right leg is in
side.
front of your left leg and it's straight.
Natalie, I'm lying on my left hand side.
Oh, okay. So if you're
There's
lying
my
on the
right
left hand
ear.
side, your left leg is straight, your right leg is bent.
Okay, got it.
Forearm down, shoulder step back. You're going to reach your left leg up to your right hand. You can do this as well with your hand down. And it's just like a little lift. You lift as high as you can. You're going to get the inner thighs working. So the inside of the foot is turned up to the sky. As a bonus here, you're also working the obliques and that right shoulder because you're balancing on that shoulder. You've got this for 30 seconds and then you need to switch and do the same on the other side. Good. Last 15 seconds. Make sure that right shoulder is locked in position. You're not letting the shoulder come up to the ear. Good, going for 8 seconds. Another 3, 2, last one. Let's switch and do the same on the other side. And this time, because you know what you're doing, I'm going to talk you through some ingredients of the motion.
Great.
Okay, so forearm is down. That's it, and you're going to lift. Keep the leg straight. Inside of the foot is turned up. Good. Really big lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Okay, so you've got the power up, it's got the go-to cola in as well, which is really good for your memory. And lots of vitamin B12, which is really fantastic for, again, for energy production. Helps your energy synthesis. The other two I like to use when I'm working out are creatine and amino and BCAAs. So creatine and BCAAs, which I'll talk you through in a second. You've got 2, 1 more, and stop. Okay, turn over, you're going to come into your plank now. Forearms down, and we're going to bring a leg exercise into this plank. You're going to bring your left leg out to the side, touch the toes down, bring it back to the center. Right foot out, touch the toes down, back to the center. Just a small movement, but you're getting the glutes fired up, so your legs are completely straight. Really engage those glutes, hips are tucked in, perfect, Trinny. Okay, 45 seconds here. If you need to rest within that time, then take the rest. Do what you can do, because I always say this, but every time you do it, you will be stronger, you'll be better at it. So if you need to rest, take the rest and don't feel bad about it. You've got another 20 seconds. Okay, so branch chain amino acids with L-carnitine and resveratrol. Branch chain amino acids are the ones that you can't, that your body can't produce, essentially, and they help with your blood sugar levels. They also increase your muscle recovery from exercise, and they while you're exercising, if you haven't eaten, they help you to maintain lean muscle mass. If you have lean muscle mass, you're going to burn body fat. They also give you just that little bit of energy. Carnitine ferries fat cells into the mitochondria. So you're burning body fat for fuel rather than just muscle or just carbohydrates. So really useful for burning body
You've done 45 seconds.
You've actually done a minute. You can stop now and rest. Okay, come up onto your feet. Have a sip of water. Shake off the legs if you need to. Have a shake of the shoulders. Make sure they're nice and relaxed. Roll them back a couple of times. And then you're back into your first exercise, which is the curtsy with the squat. And you can use this with weights or without weights. The choice is yours. So with weights, obviously more difficult. When I say weights or books, hands in front of the chest, shoulders back, and let's go. You're going to take a step behind your left foot, come out into a squat, nice wide squat. So you curtsy, you squat, curtsy, squat, shoulders are back, feel the weight through those heels. You want to drive that, feel that you're really firing up those glutes. When you squat, those knees aren't coming in, they're slightly turned out. You're pushing them out, so you're using your glute medius muscles, those hip stabilizers. Good, so you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is creating those nice lean, defined legs and bottoms. You're here for 15 seconds. Good, shoulders back. Really feel the weight through the heels. Another 2. We're going to step back, and hold this curtsy. 10 pulses up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, weight through that front heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come out of it. Let's do the same on the other side. How are your knees, Trinny?
They're okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. So, you're squatting, you're curtsying. Okay, so the one I was just talking about with the BCAAs, it also contains, so I talked about the carnitine, which helps to ferry the fat cells into your mitochondria. So you're burning fat for fuel.
You're burning more fat taking those.
Yes, this is what I want to recommend to you. BCAAs and the creatine. Oh, you just get so much energy in your workout. You feel so good and your recovery is a lot quicker so you can train more. Last one, you're going to hold that curtsy, 10 pulses up and down. So curtsy, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you've got squat, press, squat, press.
Okay, squat.
Then you can do this without the books or with the books, it's up to you.
I can do it with the books.
Yeah, okay. So with the books, obviously you're going to work your shoulders as well. You're going to challenge your core a little bit more. You'll just get more from it. Okay, let's go 10 of these. Go for 10. Push. Good. 9.
Come on,
Deep breath
ladies,
in,
let's
lower.
do it.
Exhale,
It's
dry back.
hard today, Natalie. But we just got to push through. It's the weekend.
It
Better
is
work
the
hard.
weekend.
The more you can eat this weekend. That's
And
what I'm
it's going to be a little bit more sunny this weekend. How awesome is that?
What?
It's going to be more sunny this weekend.
That's nice.
Going for another 2. Good, last one. Push. Okay, you're going to put those weights down. You're going to come to your inner thigh work on the mat, which is my Pilates exercise. So you start on that left side, so let's do the same this time. Left forearm down or left hand down. Right foot behind your left foot. Your right leg is bent. Your left leg is straight. You're going to bring your left ankle up towards your right hand. You're going to lower your right hand towards your ankle. Good. Just 30 seconds here. Back to the supplements. You've got the creatine for brain and body. Creatine helps your muscle cells produce energy, so it's going to give you loads more energy when you're training. They also put in some ginkgo biloba in here, which is really good for your cardiovascular system. It's much better, it's much more efficient at getting oxygen into the blood, therefore oxygen going to the muscles. You've got another 2, Last one. Let's switch and do the same on the other side.
Natalie at the end, because I think lots of people I'm sure want to know, but we'll list them all at the end. Just so
Yes, I'm going to, if you
this
could
is
just
just
Natalie,
Natalie gently talking to us as we're exercising about things that we could be taking to help to maximise the exercise.
And I take it honestly, I really, like I said, motion is not paying me at all. I've got such good results using these, and I know because I'm a guinea pig for myself. I try and biohack my training or get the most out of it, and I notice the difference. I train regularly enough to notice the difference, and I've got more lean muscle mass by using these supplements. So, amazing. Right, you're here for another 10 seconds. Good, exhale to lift, go for another 2 repetitions. Last one, and stop. Okay, you ready for that plank? This time I won't leave you in it for so long, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Right, forearms down, toe taps, and you want to have either your palms turned up to the sky or your hands turned down. So palms are turned down, but don't interlink your fingers because you're going to bring those shoulders in too much and it's unhealthy for the shoulder joints. Lift your upper mid-back so you're doming your back. You're not bringing the shoulders back and feeling that you're beginning to dip between the shoulder blades. Hips are tucked in, you're not hinging in that back, you're tucking in, squeezing the bum, working those quads. 10 seconds to go. That's it, Trinny, you can do this. Keep lifting that belly button as well to get those deep core muscles working. Okay, you're here for 3, 2, 1, and stop, have a rest. I will send a list, actually. Trinny, if I send a list and show you pictures of the product and just a quick description, will you post it on your Instagram if I send that to you?
No, I have to put it up when I do it, so you have to send me the list quite, like as I post it, I can't edit my thing, so. Yeah.
Okay, I will. And I'll post it on my one today, I'll post, because I want to
post on yours.
Okay, right. Are you ready for your next round of exercises?
Yeah, just finish my hot water and lemon.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Right, you're going to come to your mat. Oh, grab your cushion and your chair if you have one.
A chair? Okay, hold on.
I'll just write in the supplements, motion, nutrition. And actually I wrote something there, they gave me a discount code because I was a bit cheeky and asked them for one for you. So you can use Natalie 10 and get 10% off if you order. Okay, right. So you've got your chair. Make sure, hopefully that's going to be stable enough, Trinny, because I want you to put your heels on it.
Yeah, that should be all right.
Okay, so you're lying down, heels are going to go on the chair, and the cushion is going to go between the knees. Or if you have a Pilates ball at home, something.
So I'm putting my heels on the chair.
Heels on the chair, then you're going to tuck your hips in, lift your hips, squeeze the knees together, squeeze the backs of the legs, squeeze the glutes, and then you roll down. And again, you tuck in and lift, squeezing those inner thigh muscles, roll down. So because you've got the cushion there, you really have to activate those inner thighs because you don't want the cushion
to
sorry,
I don't have the cushion there. Where's the cushion?
Don't worry, Trinny, you can just squeeze the knees together.
No, I put it in my knees.
Oh yes, between the knees.
Okay.
So you want the cushion between the knees, and you're going into your glute bridges. So the cushion is activating your adductors, your inner thigh muscles, and you're continuing to work the glutes and the hamstrings as well. So there's lots of muscles being worked, the core as well. If you want to reach your arms up, you've got to work your abdominals a little bit more intensely with this. You've got another 3 here. Exhaling to lift up, inhaling to lower. You're going to lift and hold your next one. 10 pulses with the knees being pushing into the cushion. So 10 pulses into that cushion. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on 1. Hold it. Make sure you're nice and stable. You don't have to do this, but you can if you want to extend your right leg. Then place the foot back down. Without moving your hips, then extend your left leg. Keep squeezing those inner thigh muscles, and the leg only lengthens so that the knees are aligned. You're not lifting it up. So you keep the hips completely still. You're going to feel the backs of the legs really working. If you're not doing this, you are just holding it, okay? You're just holding it. You're here for another 10 seconds. Really tucking those hips in. Lower them a little bit if you need to, if your back is beginning to feel this. And one more on each side. And then roll down. You're going to put the cushion to one side, give your knees a hug, and rock from side to side. So you're just releasing that back. Then you're going to come into a glute medius exercise. That's your hip stabilizer. So I want you to have the line on your left side. Line on your left side. Left hand behind your head. Knees are bent. You did this one the other day. Knees are bent and your knees are in front of your torso. So you've got an angle at your hip if the hips are flexed. Then you're going to lift your feet.
Where's my arm, Natalie? How's my arm?
Your left hand is behind your head, like you're lying down. Then you're going to place your right hand behind your head as well and try to lift the waistline. So you're going to lift the top leg.
What's happening to my leg?
So your knees are bent, your feet are lifted, but your knees are down on the ground. Then you're going to lift the right leg into a clamshell. Then extend the right leg, bend the right leg, and lower the right knee. But keep your feet lifted the whole time. So your left knee is down on the ground, but your left foot is in the air. And your right foot is touching your left foot when you do the clamshell, but then your right leg extends out. That's it. So you're lowering. You want to actively lift your waistline. Bend, lift, extend.
So am I keeping my waistline lifted or lifting it when I do something?
You're keeping your waistline lifted. You just want to keep activation through the side of the stomach the whole time.
So like when everyone does Pilates, it's about putting your hand through above your hip where your waist is and finding a gap there. That's what she means, not resting your whole tummy on the floor.
Yeah, you don't rest any muscles when you do Pilates. So make sure that bottom leg stays, the bottom foot stays lifted, it's angled up. Good, and then bring that knee down. You're here for another 3, and then there's some little circles with that left leg, with the right leg, sorry. Good. Right, one more, you're gonna lift the knee, extend the leg, hold it. Little circles one way, because you're going to be reversing circle. You've got 8 small circles. Good, really feel the glute is switching on that right side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the circle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on 1. Are you feeling it, Trinny?
I'm feeling it, yeah, I'm feeling it.
Okay.
I'm confusing knowing what to do.
Right, let's switch. Do the same on the other side.
It's just important for people who haven't done Pilates to understand about this having a little space here. So when they're lying like that, you know, because I think just describing it, because otherwise, when I say resting your weight, a lot of people rest their tummy, but it's about tensing your tummy and having that little, you could nearly put your hand in.
Yes, okay, so let's talk through that in your next one. Let's get into that next one. So you're lying on the other side. If your head is down, you're going to keep, so rather than just letting your back sink in, that's really relaxing, you're not really using muscles, and your spine is curving towards the mat. You want to lift your waistline, pull the belly button a bit, and then create a little gap between your waist and the mat. Or just create the sensation that you're doing that. So you're lifting it up a little bit and you're going to feel that your obliques switch on, your abdominals switch on, and it becomes a lot more effective. You're here for another 15 seconds. And you want to try not to rock back either. So if you want to, you can put your hand here or your hand on your head, lifting the elbow. And this one is a nice low impact exercise that pretty much anyone can do to work on the glute medius, the hip stabilizer. You've got one more, and then you're extending and holding little circles. Extend that leg and hold little circles. Keep that leg nice and straight. Good. You're going for another 7. This exercise doesn't have to be high impact and jumping around everywhere for it to be effective. 3, 2, 1. Reverse that circle. Good. Make sure that bottom foot hasn't dropped. You're keeping it up.
That's the killer.
Yes. 3, 2, 1, and rest. You're going to lie on your back, Trinny. Let's come into a figure 4 stretch. Just stretch out those muscles. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Pull the leg towards your torso. Interlink your fingers behind your left thigh. So right ankle is over your left knee, and your hands are behind your left thigh. Keep the shoulders down. Keep pulling that leg towards you. Holding for another 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Good. Drawing that leg towards you. Perfect. Going for another 3 seconds of this stretch. Keep drawing the leg towards you a little bit more. And uncross those legs. You're going to turn over. We're going to go straight into a plank exercise now. You're going to lift that upper mid-back, have your toes down on the ground, hover your knees. So your knees are hovering above the mat. Lift your right footprint to the sky, little pulses up with that right footprint. That left knee is hovering 2 inches above the mat. If you need to put your knee down on the mat and continue, absolutely go for it. This is a tough core exercise and upper body exercise, but it really works the thighs and the glutes. You've got 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Deceptively hard, this one. Okay, you're going to push the foot up, good. Nice little pulses up, you keep lifting. Lower your right knee just a little bit, Trinny, towards the ground, that's it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, cat dog stretch. I want you to come up onto your feet. And you're going to come into some side lunges. We're going through your last, we're going into what I call a finisher now. So we're just finishing off, a little bit of cardio and some more leg work, and then you're done. I've only given you, I've given you more of a circuit today, Trinny.
Yeah.
Or Pilates style workout, so that you're not doing rounds of things. So you're just doing exercises once, pretty much. Inhale, push your hips to the side, and then exhale, drive up, squeeze the glutes. So you're going from one side to the other side. Really pushing the hips back and just come from the side. You want to keep the weight through the heels. Shoulders a step back. If you don't have any books or you're still new to exercise, you can do it with body weight. You've got another 30 seconds. Make sure your toes are turned forwards here, Trinny, so your feet are parallel.
Okay.
But
I'm trying to put the balance of weight on my heel to stop my knees hurting.
Yeah, you want to keep the weight through your heels the whole time.
Yeah.
And push your body weight back.
Yeah, got it.
Another 2.
Really helps my knee.
Good. Last one. And stop. You're going to stand up. You're going to put those books down for a second. And you're going to come into the side skater where you lift the arms out to the side, step behind. Now, you can do this just by stepping, and you're still going to get some cardio in. The harder option is to jump. Jump. Land softly on the toes for this one, so you're using your calf muscles. Good. You can tap the ground with this one, Trinny. So when the foot comes behind, you can tap the toe down on the ground. So tap the toe down on the ground. You're here for another 30 seconds.
What's the purpose of this? I feel nothing.
Okay, so the purpose is to start to raise your heart rate, because if you start to go faster, you start to raise the heart rate, but it's more of a low impact exercise. If you're using your arms at the same time as your legs, you're going to be using more muscles, which elevates your heart rate more. Perfect. Nice and fast. You've got 10 seconds. Up. Good. Going for another 3, 2, 1. Come to your mat. Come to your mat. You're going to do a cross-body mountain climber just to keep that heart rate elevated. So your hands are down. Your feet are out. You're going to bring your right knee to your left elbow, then your left knee to your right elbow. So you're working the side of the stomach. If this is tough for you, you can do it on your forearms if it's tough on your wrists, or you can put your hands on your chair if it's stable, of course, and do the same exercise. So you're lifting the knee. If you want to work really hard, you turn it into more of a jump. That's going to increase the intensity. It's going to really get your heart rate up. We're finishing today's session with a bit of cardio, with a bang. You're going to refuel after this and feel powered up, ready for the weekend. You've got 5 seconds. Hold the plank if you need to. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Right. Walk your hands towards your feet. Come up onto your feet. And it's time to stretch. Let's have a big stretch up to the sky. And bring those arms down to the side of the body. And let's take things down to the mat. You can use your cushion now to put your head on if you want to. So you're going to lie down. We're going to finish the way we normally finish with the active hamstring stretch. Oh. Left leg is long on the ground. Interlink your fingers behind your right thigh. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, extend the leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. If you need to, you can bend your left leg. That's going to make it slightly easier for you to stretch. And I hope that lots of people at home have seen an improvement in their flexibility if they've been training with us regularly. Have you seen an improvement in your flexibility training? Do you feel like your muscles
are so much, I can't tell you, silly things like putting on a sock without holding on to anything. I know it sounds pathetic, but just that sense of the balance around my body, I can just balance my body so much better.
Yeah.
So that's great. And just, I do when I'm sitting down in the office, I do that one. Quite a lot now every day, and I think that just keeps me not getting stiff, because I don't have a proper desk and a proper chair. I've got a tiny little velvet chair and I've got a cabinet, so...
That would really help your knee. You're going to extend and hold now. Hold that stretch. If you want, you can take up a little, you can extend your leg or bring your hands up towards your ankle to make it a little more intense, or just keep your hands behind your thigh. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bend your left leg. We're going to come into that glute stretch again. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. Interlink your fingers behind your left thigh. Pull that left leg towards you. If you're very tight, this may be a big stretch on its own, so you can just leave the foot down on the ground. But if you want to deepen it, just pull that left leg towards the chest. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. You're going to cross your legs over completely. Bring your arms into that 90-degree position, palms up to the sky. Lower your legs to the left. Look to your right. Place your left hand on top of your right knee to deepen the stretch. And this is actually for your chest. It's also mobilizing your thoracic spine, so it's creating more movement through the spine. And if you've got a healthy spine and it's nice and mobile, you're going to be bulletproofing yourself against injury and backache. Holding for another 4, 3, 2 and 1. Come back to the center. Uncross your legs. You're going to lengthen your right leg low on the ground. Take hold of the back of your left leg. Extend and bend your left leg. If you flex your foot, you're going to feel a stretch through your calf muscles on the left side. Always work with the breath when you're stretching. It's very powerful in helping to calm down your nervous system and meaning that you can stretch a little bit more. Going for another 3, 2, extend and hold. Good, holding that stretch. For another 4, 3, 2 and 1. You're going to cross that left ankle over your right knee now, so that's it. And pull your hands through that triangle, pull the leg towards you. Good. That's it. So that's it, left ankle over your right knee, and draw that leg towards you. Good. Taking in nice deep breaths. And this should help release the lower back a little bit too. I'm just going to write in the comments, Trinny, the motion nutrition that the supplements that I was talking about earlier. Now you're going to cross the legs over completely. Bring your arms into that 90-degree angle, palms turned up. And bring your knees over to the left, look to the right. So I've put all of the supplements in. And I did speak to Motion very kindly and I said, can you give me a discount code for my clients? So they gave me a discount code as well, so you can get 10% off.
That's great, Natalie. Thank you.
You're welcome. So if you put Natalie 10, Natalie with an H, N-A-T-H-A-L-I-E, 10 in the, when you check out, you can get 10% off all of the Motion Nutrition. Try and press that arm down just a little bit more, Trinny, so you're really pushing the forearm down towards the ground. Good, really nice deep breaths. Good, holding for another 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, you're going to lie on your back, uncross your legs. You're going to have a big stretch, reach your arms above your head, reach your toes away from your torso. Take a really deep breath in and feel how good it feels just to lengthen out the body. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the arms down your knee. You're going to bend your knees, turn over, and come into your cat dog stretch. Also, a few people are saying you don't need supplements and stuff. We're not advertising that you need supplements. I'm just saying what gives you a boost. Varied diet is the most important thing.
If you were, to exercise, you need the body and you need the determination to carry it through. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely, 100%.
I think because some of us have been working out a little bit longer, I suppose in a way, it's that next level, Natalie, of what do other people do.
Yes.
And I do find when I wake up and I'm really tired, that power up, which I started taking a few weeks ago, I feel I have a bit more energy. And I think it's like, if you were watching this in the morning and thinking, I'll do it later, it's not like you've got anything else to do, perhaps it's just more that you feel your body's not ready. I think it makes my body ready earlier, that's what it is. Are we done?
You're done!
We're done!